children, welcome to your chemistry online class. I hope all of you are fine. So last class we discussed about molecular mass, formula, unit mass, etc. So there is a very important concept in chemistry that is called as mole concept. So in today's class we are going to discuss about what is mole concept and how can we define one mole and how can we calculate the number of moles in given substance. So what do you mean by mole concept? Before going to that, we can say that if we take some numbers, we are using some terms to determine or to denote some numbers. For example, we are telling like that one pair is 2. So denoting 2, we are using the term one pair. Similarly, 12. If we are going to a shop, we are saying 1 dozen of eggs. So 12, that is 12 number of eggs. Instead of that, we are using the term dozen. For example, another example is 20. 20 number we can denote by another term, 1 score. Similarly, 1 mole. It is a term. It is a term to define a number. What number? That is, how many particles are present in one atom. This is known as 1 mole. So if you are taking an atom, how many particles are there in one atom? For example, how many particles of gold in gold atom? Or the amount of substance which exists in one atom of gold. So it is the number of particles are present in one atom. That is 1 mole. So we can define 1 mole as the number of particles are present in one atom. So how can we understand or how can we measure 1 mole? We can measure 1 mole using a standard. Similarly, in the case of atomic mass, we have taken the example of carbon 12. Similarly, here also we are using the standard carbon 12. So we can define 1 mole as 1 mole is the amount of substance that contains as many particles, exactly 12 gram of carbon 12. Carbon 12 is one of the isotope of carbon. So if you are taking 12 gram of carbon 12, how many particles are present in the 12 gram of carbon 12? That is 1 mole. The number is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. So the number of particles present in 12 gram of carbon 12 is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. So we can define 1 mole as it is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. This number is known as Avogadro number. This is known as Avogadro number. Avogadro number. Why it is known as Avogadro number? It is by the famous scientist Avogadro. And we are celebrating Avogadro Day. That is, this 10th month is October. In 23rd October, 6 o'clock we are celebrating Avogadro's Day. So this number is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. So how many particles will be in 1 mole of apple? That is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. How many particles are there in 1 mole of banana? That is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. So how many particles are there in 1 mole of gold atom? That is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. So this is the mole concept. Okay. Now we understood what is mole concept. What do you mean by 1 mole? So 1 mole we can define as number of atoms present in 12 grams of carbon 12. So that is given by Avogadro number, that is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. So based on this, you may in exams they may ask different type of questions. So there are different types of questions. So we'll discuss one question here. Sometimes they will ask, they will give a certain amount of substance. From that they will ask, find out the number of moles in present in that much amount of substance. For example, here a question is given, find the number of moles of ethane present in 120 gram of the substance. That is, find the number of moles of ethane present in 120 gram. That is, 120 gram of ethane is given. In that you have to find out how many moles of ethane are there. So how we can calculate that? So there is a formula for find out the number of moles. The formula is given by, we can say the formula is given mass by atomic or molecular mass. If atom is given, that is atomic mass. If molecule is given, that is molecular mass. So I hope you know how to calculate molecular mass that we have discussed earlier. So we'll do this problem. So what is the question? Find the number of moles of ethane present in 120 gram. So the ethane's formula. What is ethane's formula? It is C2H6. So first we have to find out the molecular mass of ethane. How can we calculate the ethane's molecular mass? That is, we have to add or we have to multiply with the number of atoms present in it. So first we have to find out what are the substituents in C2H6, that is carbon and hydrogen. So in the question, the atomic mass of carbon and hydrogen are given. So we have to find out the molecular mass. So for that, given mass. What is given mass? Given mass is 120 gram. So there is another formula also. Number of moles can be denoted by the letter N. Given mass is small m. Molecular mass is capital M. So first we have to find out number of moles. So what is the given mass here? It is 120. 120 is given. 120 gram is there. Then we have to calculate the molecular mass. How we can calculate the molecular mass? So there are two carbon atoms. So 12 into 2. The atomic mass of carbon is 12 units. So 12 into 2 plus how many hydrogen atoms are there? 6 hydrogen atoms are there. So what is the atomic mass of hydrogen? 1 unit. So 6 into 1. So 12 into 2 plus 6 into 1. So we have to calculate that. For that, 120 divided by 12 into 2, 24. 24 plus 6. What is 24 plus 6? This is 30. So that is 30. So we'll get answer 120 by 30. So what is 120 by 30? That is 4. So there are 4 moles. There are 4 moles of ethane are present in 120 gram. 120 gram of ethane. There are 4 moles of ethane present in 120 gram of ethane. So how many particles? They may ask how many particles of, find the number of atoms present in 120 gram of ethane. Sometimes they will ask how many particles of ethane present in 120 gram. For that, so we find out that 4 moles are present in 120 gram. So how many particles are present? So 4 into our Avogadro number. That is, there is a formula again for this. That is number of moles we can calculate by, so it can be denoted by the formula, that is how many particles. If they are asking how many atoms, how many particles, we have to substitute this formula, that is number of moles. Again, number of moles formula only. Given mass by molecular mass into Avogadro number. That is our 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. And if you calculate this, you will get the answer. That is, we have to multiply with the number of moles. We have to multiply the number of